What's going on, everybody? Thank you for checking out Living in Jacksonville. Today we're going through Southport, North Carolina, and at the end of the video we're going to be going through one of the top neighborhoods in all of the Wilmington area, even though it's not considered Wilmington. Let's hop into it. What's going on, guys? Thank you for tuning into Living in Jacksonville. I'm Avery. I'm with American Home Team at eXp Realty. And as much as I love making these videos for you guys, I would love even more to help you with your real estate needs. So that phone number and email address popping up on your screen. I am the one that responds to all the calls, texts, and emails, and I would love to have a conversation with you, see how I can help you make a smooth move to Eastern North Carolina. Guys, I do cover the entire coast of North Carolina with the exception of anything north of Washington, North Carolina. So that is a massive range that I cover. And Southport, North Carolina is one of those areas. And today we're discussing Southport, some of the pros and the cons of Southport, but we're also going to be getting an exclusive look into St James Plantation, which is probably one of the most popular neighborhoods in all of Eastern North Carolina, I would argue. But it is a gated neighborhood, and I was fortunate enough to give you guys a drive-through tour of St. James Plantation. So without further ado, let's get into the video. All right, guys, and jumping right into it, Southport, North Carolina is a very historic town settled in the 1800s. Southport is an extremely beautiful, tiny little town on the coast of North Carolina, right on the intercoastal waterway. Homes in Southport range from some historic homes that were built in the 1800s all the way to new modern waterfront homes in the multi-million-dollar range overlooking Oak Island. Southport is an amazing little town to show off some history in North Carolina, show off the fishing scene in North Carolina, as well as a little bit more modern upgrades closer to St. James. And so pulling up my screen really quick, we're looking at Southport, North Carolina being southwest of Wilmington, North Carolina. So the downside about Southport is a lot of people see it as essentially a suburb of Wilmington. And honestly, it's not. It's about a 45-minute drive or so to the city of Wilmington. With that said, it does have access to some of the beaches, the Cape Fear River, and some other surrounding areas, but it is a 40 to 45-minute drive to downtown Wilmington. So I don't necessarily know if that puts it in the Wilmington area or not. It's not for me to say, but it is a 45-minute drive. So if you're looking at the bigger amenities of Wilmington, you are going to be driving close to an hour to get there. But as you can see, Southport is this beautiful little town right along the intercoastal waterway and at basically the mouth of the Cape Fear River. What makes Southport so unique from a lot of other waterfront areas is that Southport does have access to the Atlantic Ocean, literally just going straight out of its marinas. So as you guys can see here, from Southport, there's all these marinas and stuff right over here. You can just hop on your boat, come straight out here, and now you're in the Atlantic Ocean. It does have access, obviously, to Bald Head Island, which you guys can see here. Caswell Beach, Oak Island, Sunset Beach, all of the really nice beaches around the area, Southport has immediate access to. So when you're looking at a coastal community, you really can't get more coastal and more down home and southern charm than Southport. Now, like I said, Southport does have a good mix of older homes as well as some new construction. It is going to be a little bit more expensive in the area, especially when it comes to the new construction or the waterfront homes. You're going to be easily in the $1 million range or 2 or 3. But in a lot of the neighborhoods, the new construction neighborhoods, you're easy over $700,000. Now, even though it is a small town, Southport does offer medical services. It does have a hospital. It does have dentist offices, family physicians, that kind of thing. as well as some other like specialty clinics just outside of town. But the one thing that I would love to just really imprint in your brain is that Southport is an outdoors community. So when you're driving through Southport, in fact, let me just pull up some of the areas in Southport, because I bet you there's going to be people walking on the streets. This is a very walkable town. Yeah, see, look at this right here, right? So, whoops, sorry about that. So right here you have the Intercoastal Waterway. And this is basically, if you just keep driving straight, you're gonna end up in the water. Just don't get any ideas, guys, but this is a very walkable, historic little town. Tons of little shops around. Look at all these people right here, just having a blast, right? Tons of little shops. This is Southport Market, which is very, very nice little market. Has pretty much everything you could ask for. Wineries, seafood markets, so on and so forth. There's a ton of little shops, whether it's little boutique shops or, you know, little fish markets, whatever it is, restaurants. You're going to be able to find something to do here. This is like a bank right here. So tons of street parking, beautiful little main street. Churches, little schools. You got the whole shebang right here in Southport. And Southport is not a big area, honestly. It's very, very tiny, but it does have everything that you need, from grocery stores to fish markets to, you know, hangout spots, coffee shops, restaurants, so on and so forth. But what I will say is you do have to get outside of the village in order to get to some of your bigger box stores. Now, backing out of the street view, if you come right down here, and you go down the road, this section right here is sort of like the St. James Southport area. And this is going to be a little bit more incorporated. This has a little bit more of your bigger box shopping, like your Home Depots, your Lowe's, your Walmart, that kind of thing. But it's only, honestly, a 7-minute drive to get to those stores. So even though Southport technically doesn't have those bigger box stores, you can go right down the road to St. James and you do get those. But like I said, Southport is an outdoorsy community. It's very walkable. All of the residents love living in the area just for the quality of life, the scenic beauty, the access to the water. This is a very retirement-friendly area with a decent proximity to the bigger city of Wilmington, but also the coastal lifestyle that a lot of people enjoy in Southport. And I kind of referenced St. James already, so I want to get into St. James Plantation, kind of show you around that area, because this is one of the top neighborhoods that people decide to move to. It's a 40-minute drive to the city of Wilmington, so if you like that city lifestyle, if you like being closer proximity, then this neighborhood probably is not going to be for you. But it is a beautiful neighborhood. It's a gated and guarded facility, and you need exclusive access to get into it. There's a number of golf courses. There are churches, restaurants, that kind of thing inside of the community, and the price points would actually shock you. But moving right up the road, you see all of these golf courses right here. This is St. James Plantation. This is massive. Honestly, this is like 100 different neighborhoods in one. I don't know if 100 is actually the number, but it feels it. It's so big, and there's so many subsections of St. James Plantation that honestly you feel like you come into it and leave with almost every turn, because there's golf courses, there's tennis courts, there's marinas, so on and so forth. So it honestly just feels like different sections, different parts of town. Now, before I get into some of the properties in St. James Plantation and sort of what they're selling for and that kind of thing, I wanted to give you all the reasons that people love St. James Plantation and why it's highly sought after. People all over the country, all over the world, move to St. James Plantation for a number of reasons. First reason being that it is a waterfront community. There are over 400 wet slips and dry stacks. There's a full service marina. There is a waterside tiki bar and restaurant. There's a private oceanfront beach club, numerous parks and outdoor activities, as well as a number of clubs for the residents to partake in. Yeah, clubs, like there's a Marine Corps club, there is a diabetes support club, there's a kayak fishing club, a photography club, bikers club, bird watching club, bowling club, there's billiards leagues, dance clubs, bridge clubs, so on and so forth. You get the idea. There are clubs for just about everything. So what I will say is that the community is extremely active. Not only do you get all of that stuff, but you get membership access to the golf courses throughout the neighborhood. There are a number of golf courses that residents can partake in and get membership access to. Depends on the club that you actually live in, but phenomenal nonetheless. And you get access to a crazy clubhouse that has a resort style pool with zero entry, which means that there's no steps to get into the pool, which is really cool. There is a $4 million fitness center in St. James Plantation at the clubhouse. So you don't need to go and get a gym membership anywhere out in town. It's literally all right there. Everything that you need is pretty much inside of St. James Plantation. Churches are inside of St. James Plantation. So literally whatever you need is here. Now let's talk about the real estate for a second. Real estate ranges in this neighborhood, in this community, very widely. We are looking at some townhouse apartment-like buildings that will sell anywhere from about $250,000 to about $350,000. There's also single-family homes that start at about $450,000 and go up to $8 million or so. And then there's also a few rentals sprinkled throughout St. James Plantation that you could get access to if you are a renter. A lot of these homes range from being built in the late 1990s to brand new construction. There's several houses you'll see in the video footage that are currently being built. And so when I say, you know, from 450 up to you name it, there's some homes that are pretty impressive that have not been completed yet that we don't know the price tag on. So, and likely we'll never know the price tag on until they go and sell. So the possibilities in St. James Plantation are endless. If you are a multi-million-dollar buyer and you want access to the golf courses, the restaurants, and the resort style living, this is going to be the neighborhood for you. If you're a renter, if you want to go and purchase a townhouse, this is also a community for you. Where I would say it's not the community is if the city is a necessity for you. If you need to be within a 20-minute drive to a major city, this is not going to be the area for you. Wilmington is 40 minutes away, and it's all highway driving, but it is about 40 to 45 minute drive to get to downtown Wilmington. So you can get everything you need pretty much in the St. James and Southport area as far as, you know, medical needs and that kind of thing. But if you needed some bigger city attractions and that kind of thing, you're definitely going to be driving, you know, a good 40 minutes to get to Wilmington. But with that said, guys, I hope you got something from this video. I hope you guys learned something. If you're interested in St. James Plantation or you're interested in Southport, North Carolina, definitely reach out to the phone number and email address on the screen. I would absolutely be honored to help you make a smooth move here to North Carolina, whether it's Southport or it's Washington, North Carolina, way up north. Either way, I would be honored to help you. And also be sure to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so that you're notified every single time I drop a new video about all things Jacksonville, Wilmington, and surrounding regions, eastern coast of North Carolina. So until the next video, guys, peace. Have a good one. Bye.